the echo in my head, or like bone conduction is super high, so I cannot really hear, or I can only hear myself speaking, which could be good, but it's good. Okay, so hi, my name is Vinu, and this video I would like to talk about emotions. Emotions as how they exist, how emotional intelligence in the term that when you look at a person, how do you like identify what emotion he is in, and the ability to identify it. Just like you look at the rainbow and you say what color it is, you should be able to see a person, hear a person, and identify exactly what emotion they are at, without really being able, without really engaging in it, or without um, denying that person that right to express it, and also expressing it yourself, what methods you follow, or what is structure you should use to express an emotion. And by doing all of this, just getting over all the crap in your head, all the stories that you create about other people, all the potential stories the other person can create about you in the future, and in general, just be happy. So first I want to talk about the emotional intelligence. Again, my term emotional intelligence. What I realized is that when we talk about facts, and when you communicate facts, Earth is round, or any other controversial fact in 2020, you you create or you transmit information. 2 plus 2 equals 4, and there is actually no emotion involved there, and it's just information. And again, there where there is no emotion is needed, the world is doing great so far, I think. Factly, because yeah, we are really good at reading, learning, and improving ourselves and the world. But when you see a person who is angry or sad, the like the mechanism which should kick in as a human being, at least in my experience, is not really working fine. The reason is, or at least what I think the reason is, that ever since you were a kid, you need to learn to understand what's going on in your body, stay in touch with your body, see how it's feeling to be yourself right now. For example, you are looking at me in a video. How is that making you feel? And how are you this morning when you woke up? How is your body? What are the thoughts that are going through your head? Are you aware of them? So all of this awareness in my life hasn't been there since, I don't know, since I grew up. Reason is that I always thought that emotions are kind of useless, because I was good in school, I was learning facts, repeating them, getting good grades in the in exams. So when it came to emotionally connect with the human being, I wasn't really good at that. Plus, I really didn't see the need for it. Now, I think emotional intelligence actually starts with like primal gazing. When you're a child and when your mother is looking at you and you're looking at your mother, when you're infant, there is this unconditional love that's coming, or you understand, you look at her and she's looking at you without blinking, and you think, oh my god, I'm the most beautiful thing in the world. And this creates this form of like, this gives you some form of like the right to exist, this love. Like, you don't need to do anything to get this love, you have it. And then but of course, you're biological, you actually came out of her body, right? So she loving you, maybe you think there is a reason. Then you see your dad, and he looks at you and he thinks, oh my god, And that love also then recertifies, kind of, or this even creates this another proof that the world loves you even though it has nothing to do with you, or it doesn't need a reason. You are loved, basically. This comes from your father and your mother, and then it's projected to the whole world. So this, yeah, I see a spider actually crawling, but yeah, it's really avoiding. Just no, it's now on the front. Okay, now coming back to the rainbow. When you see an emotion of a person, first of all, understand that you don't have to do anything to make it better. But first, you have to understand that it is their right to express an emotion, as much also as your right. So when somebody comes to you with an emotion, the first thing you have to understand is they are feeling an emotion, and that is their right. And when they talk about the emotion, stay silent. Stay silent and receptive, and give them all your attention. So by doing that, when you look at them, give them eye contact, listen to them, and especially after they express, create some space. Meaning, right after, when a person comes to you and says, I am sad, and looks at you, look back at them and wait. Sit with the emotion for a bit. And when you do that, you give the permission to the other person to also go into themselves. And you create this environment of safety, of course. So this person goes into himself and looks at the emotion and processes whatever it is that's happening. And like in time, this person will let go of this emotion, as long as you don't engage in it. Now, again, a person coming to you and saying, I'm sad, our first kind of choke response is, oh, why? What happened? He will explain the situation, and then you normally give a reason, or you normally take a side. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done this. Rather, first focus on the fucking emotion. Ask, oh, okay, you're feeling sad. Like, really don't go into this rational explanation. Why is this happening? What's going on? But rather, I mean, you can go back to it later, in time, when you both become rational. Then of course you can talk about the reasons, why, what, how can you avoid it, what can you change, if you can change something there, blah blah blah. But don't jump to it. That's my first lesson that I learned. Second, when you yourself have a particular emotion, the same story but in the other way around, right? So you go to a person, you say, I'm sad, and then if that person is actually emotionally he's a emotionally healthy person, hope that try to also say that I feel anger rather than I am angry. Okay, but only if you can. Normally it takes me a while because I identify with it fully. So I go, I am angry, I am sad, I am this and that. And the second thing is, try to feel how it feels in your body and also express that. So try to create the sensational communication as well. Oh, I feel my hands are shaking. I feel that my throat is dry. I feel my heart is beating faster. Or I feel like my leg is shaking. I feel my eyes are heavy. I feel like, how is your body feeling? And express that as well. And third, and also like the most important part, once you communicated that, right, like, understand that you cannot put anger on yourself. I'm so angry at myself right now. This is not possible, or scientifically, or also in my point of view. A dog cannot be angry at itself. A baby cannot be angry at itself. So if a dog shits on carpet, it shits on carpet 100%. But later when the owner comes and says, bad dog, then it feels guilt. So remember, whatever you are turning towards yourself, put it out. And now here comes the really tricky part. If you love something, you can also hate it at the same time. So I appreciate you are here, and I'm also angry at you. You can hold these two fucking opposite thoughts at the same time with the and. You don't have to put a but in the middle. So normally what we do is we say only half, the sweet, good half. Oh, I really appreciate you for being here. And inside you say like, but I fucking resent this guy. And now what happens is that you feel guilt towards yourself, or you turn some of the emotion towards yourself, and now you're angry on yourself. So every emotion that is triggered from the outside, try to be very mindful, like what part of it you like, what part of it you don't like, and try to say it both with the end, and try to say it both by taking your time, by asking the other person, can you please stay with me? I would like to say how I'm feeling right now, and I don't want you to give a reason why, because, but rather just please stay with me, and I would like to express myself, and I would like to tell you all my sensations, how I'm feeling. And also I would like you to notice and tell me if I'm missing something. If my hand is shaking uncontrollably and I don't mention it, just tell me so that my attention can go there. So by really focusing into your body, by really going inside and living through your body, you get in touch with yourself, and that's how you live authentically. And that's how, and also remember one last tip, any feeling you're feeling right now doesn't have to be because of this particular instance. It can be something you repressed from the past and you're just bringing it out. So if somebody cuts you off in the traffic and you're angry, it doesn't have to be because of that guy. You could be angry about, I don't know, somebody didn't give you an opportunity before, and now this guy brought out this anger. So remember that nothing that's happening needs to be rational, but rather it needs to be acknowledged unconditionally, maybe expressed, so that the other person can correct you, can help you go more inside yourself, not divert you, but rather go inside, and then let go. And again, what do I mean by let go is when you are so present in your body, when you really understand what's happening, like, but take baby steps, okay? Don't hurry up, don't rush it and then like watch Netflix afterwards. It's nothing that can be rushed, okay? Take your time, and if you can't process something, it's fine, like for now leave it. When you will reach to a point where you can take on any emotion, but if you can't right now, it's okay. Through time you will own more of your body, you will own more of your quote unquote, let's say, spiritual body as well, which means like all the sensations you will be able to process them, meaning observe and report them properly, and by doing so you theoretically can get over shit, and hopefully you become more you are able to express everything what's going on, and when people see that, they also will come to you and express everything they are going through in their body. And by doing these two things, you create a beautiful bond which connects you to the world and the world to you, and this is how you become happy. And thank you for watching my 20-minute video, and have a great day.